On Wonderwins presents ESPN Cricinfo Fantasy Pick. This is a massive game for the Chennai Super Kings. They've lost 2 out of 2 for the first time in the history of the IPL. Will it be 3 out of 3 or will they pick up some points against Punjab Kings who won 1, lost 1? So this is all to play for. Let's see if we can get your fantasy team right before this. I've got Wasim Jaffer to help you out. Now you think, Wasim, that you should have more Punjab players in your team. I mean, dare I say that? Less Chennai players, but that's just how they've looked in the first 2 games of the IPL.
Yeah, both sides, obviously they've gone extreme. They chased down 200 but batted first and got 137. The batting didn't click, but I like the approach. They just need to be a little bit selective, but if they play like that, I see them winning more than losing at this stage.
All right, let's see how many CSK players feature in our Fantasy 11 for this. Quick reminder before we go to our team. On Wonderwins, 100 credits to build your fantasy team. 4 categories of players to choose from: batters, bowlers, wicket keepers and all-rounders. Every player's individual credit value is listed on Wonderwins, and you can pick a maximum of 7 players from one team in any given contest. Going to our top picks, our captain choice is Ruturaj Gaikwad. Now, is that a brave recommendation from our statsman, or are we hoping that the law of averages will see Gaikwad finally getting some runs? And what is the best place to bat in the IPL, at least from the early evidence from the 4 grounds that we've seen? We've got Shikhar Dhawan as our vice captain, who of course had a low scorer against KKR. But we know that he's got a great record against CSK. He's got 267 runs against the Yellow Army in his last 5 outings at a strike rate of just under 148. Captains give you double the points. Vice captains 1.5 times the points. Pick them carefully. We've gone for Ruturaj and Shikhar Dhawan. Mayank Agarwal and Dwayne Bravo wrap up our top picks. Mayank, of course, has started the season nicely with a 24-ball 32, but he got a low score against KKR. Got a good one from Umesh Yadav, but he's a dangerous player, so we're not going to leave him out of our team. Dwayne Bravo's there as well at 38. He's still going strong, and he is almost the main bowler, or you could say, fair to say, he's the main bowler for CSK, around whom they're building their bowling plan, certainly in the absence of Deepak Chahar, and is yet to go wicketless in 2022. He's taken 22 wickets in 12 T20s at an average of just over 16, so he's having a fine calendar year. Ruturaj Gaikwad, Shikhar Dhawan, Mayank Agarwal and Dwayne Bravo as our top picks, with Ruturaj as our choice for captain. What do you make of that, Wasim?
I think that's a brave choice, and it makes sense as well. I expect him to do well too. I don't mind that choice. He's generally a very slow starter. You know, this is probably 3rd season. He's always got out cheaply in these first couple of games, but I expect him to come good. Wankhede again, a very fine pitch, and I expect, like you said, law of averages. I hope that he turns it on.
Yeah, I mean, Wasim's endorsing it, so you have a little more faith now. And if a lot of people are not going to play Ruturaj Gaikwad because of his start, maybe you can cash in if you do play him in your fantasy team, that too as captain, to get double the points. Let's go to some differential picks. Rahul Chahar, excellent double strike against KKR, nearly made a game out of it until Andre Russell happened, but we are backing him to continue his good form in Mumbai. Robin Uthappa there as well. He's looked in terrific touch, and if he's likely to continue opening the batting, that's giving him an even better chance to get you some runs and therefore some points in your fantasy side. Looking at our full team, Bhanuka Rajapaksha has looked terrific in the little cameos that he's played in both games so far. And if Bairstow sits out, then Rajapaksha gives you an option to get points with bat and gloves. Robin Uthappa, Shikhar Dhawan, Ruturaj Gaikwad as vice captain and captain respectively. Mayank Agarwal, Liam Livingston, Moeen Ali, Dwayne Pretorius makes his way into this team. He had a good outing with ball for CSK. Rahul Chahar, Kagiso Rabada, Dwayne Bravo to wrap up our fantasy side. Let's see if Wasim Jaffer has any more tips for you. Wasim, anything else?
I think Johnny Bairstow, Ronak, I expect him to walk into the side when he's available, but the question will be who sits out for Punjab. They've got, Bhanuka, like you said, he's looked $1 million player. Livingston, they bought him for such a heavy price. They're not sitting out Rabada. And definitely not Odean Smith as well. He's won them the first game, so it's going to be a tricky one. But if he's available, you would be tempted to play Johnny Bairstow and put him into your fantasy team as well.
Yeah, I think that's a good tip. So watch out for team news before confirming Bhanuka Rajapaksha and Johnny Bairstow's position. And of course, if you're not happy with how things are going on Wonderwins, you can always change things up before the second innings. Big thank you to Wasim Jaffer. More from him as the IPL continues to roll on. So join us for some fantasy tips, expert opinion to help you build your fantasy teams on Wonderwins presents ESPN Cricinfo Fantasy Pick.